I don't have to tell anybody that the world is on fire.
As temperatures soar 20 degrees above average, more than 100 daily records will be set after one of the worst heat waves in Western history.
California faces an all-time high for electricity demand.
Pakistan, flooding.
1/3 of Pakistan is engulfed by historical flooding.
And in the midst of all of this, what do you think the United States Congress is now talking about? We're talking about a side agreement made with Senator Manchin, which would increase fossil fuel production, including a major pipeline through West Virginia and Virginia, which will have emissions the equivalent of 27 million cars. Alarming proposals have been referenced by Senator Manchin in a short memo and in legislative language that was clearly drafted in consultation with the American Petroleum Institute. The United States Congress is seriously considering legislation to provide a huge giveaway to the fossil fuel industry to drill, produce, and sell more oil and gas. We are talking about major cities here in the United States and across the world that could be underwater in the coming decades. Just think for a moment about the massive dislocation, turmoil, and international tensions that will occur when millions of people migrate from where they have lived into new areas. This is not, oh boy, we had a torrential rain. Oh boy, ain't it hot? Everything being equal, what we are seeing today will become worse in years to come. And I surely understand the extraordinary power of the fossil fuel industry to push the legislation that they want. In fact, they were successful for decades in lying to the American people about the reality of climate change. I just ask you to think ahead 10, 15, 20 years. Think about the discussion you'll be having with your kids or your grandchildren when that young person looks you in the eye and says, Dad, Grandma, what did you do to save the planet? And I want you to think about that. A series of climate disasters like these might have seemed like a silly plot in a bad movie about the apocalypse. Unfortunately, however, what we are living through now is not a movie, it is reality. So let's go forward together, let's work with the environmental groups, let's work with community organizations, and let's tell the world that the future of this planet is more important than the short-term profits of the fossil fuel industry.